This is Shaun Sport in podcast form.
Oh, time to catch up with our West Coast Eagle, Jeremy McGovern. He's come in. He's a bit down in the dumps today,
Flat.
actually, guys.
Yeah, so as we know, Book Week's been happening. Amy, our producer, I just got off the phone to her daughter Charlotte, who's dressed as
Thelma the Unicorn.
Thelma the Unicorn.
Lovely.
And she has
showed
a
you
beautiful
the book, no?
sparkly tail.
She did, and she made me read the whole book with her by
Yeah,
just
she's
like
got a
putting the
little
book
horn.
way too close to the phone. I couldn't see anything, Charlotte, by the way.
But she looks amazing.
Yeah. And then
Gov?
when Gov came in, I said to Gov, how was Book Week for you? Take it away, Jeremy McGovern.
I've let my son down so bad. We've forgotten his debut, first ever Book Week.
And
Me and my partner Maddie have completely forgot about it.
So what day was it supposed to be?
It was supposed to be on Monday.
So you've dropped
You
him off at school.
So I didn't, so this partly Maddie's fault.
Yeah.
I'm not
Mostly you
blaming
said
Maddie,
before, you said
but
mostly.
it's just as
Maddie's
much mine. She dropped him off. And then I didn't know, so I had no idea. And then I seen one of the parents put a photo up of their son on Instagram.
And you-
Dressed up, and
your
I
stomach
panicked.
just...
Oh, it dropped, and I called Maddie straight away, and you could hear in her voice how upset she was to tell me that we forgot. And we've completely forgot. Luckily, the school was so great and amazing, and they had a couple of spare dress ups.
They
for
dressed
those,
him as a schoolboy.
for those.
But Gov, did Matty think, I've got to take him out and just whip him home? Because it doesn't matter
Yeah,
if he's 10
straight
minutes
down
late.
the
You know what I mean?
spotlight.
Once you see it, you go, quickly get home.
I sort of mentioned that, but she was. I think she was a bit shocked. I reckon she didn't know what to do with it.
Was she
And I
close to tears?
Sorry.
Was Maddie close to tears?
Yeah, you could tell she was pretty upset. And I
Oh,
was
because it'd be, and this is for both of you, the bad parenting.
Yeah, we're those parents at the moment. We need to lift our game.
Yeah.
Did he have a fun day wearing lost property?
Yeah. He had a great day. He's got head lice and everything else now, but it was great.
Does he have a favourite
rounds.
book that he would have dressed as? Like, have you talked about what he might do?
He would have was something to do with Spider-Man for sure.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. You can't get those outfits anywhere, can you?
No, it's impossible. It's probably only got 6
We've
at
only
home.
got 6 or 7 at home sitting there waiting.
Oh, Gov.
So yeah, can we move on from this,
Fail.
please?
No.
Now, Nathan told us before, but you need to hear this, what happened to him when he went along as
the
dress up
opposite
for one
of
day.
that.
which
It
is
was the
kind of
opposite. So when I was younger, my brother was it was Halloween, and my brother's class was having a dress-up party. So when I came home from school, Mum goes, is your class having one too? And because my brother's was, I went, yes, of course it is, because that was my belief. So then I went to school the next day for Halloween as dressed as a vampire clown, as one does, with a plate of fairy bread. And then proceeded to watch the rest of my class rock up in their school clothes.
Oh no. I don't know.
So
what's
here
worse.
I am.
I know.
Here I am, imagine the whole class doing a whole day of learning. And there's this one vampire clown. And then at lunch, that vampire clown sitting around all of his plain-clothed friends eating fairy bread.
Did the vampire clown at least share
Share
his
the fairy bread.
I don't think people wanted to have
No,
too
he
much
had
to do
no-
with the
He
vampire
had no
clown.
friends. The vampire was friendless.
Vampires, it's hard enough to make friends anyway.
It's tricky. It's a
God.
minefield.
Yeah, well, that's not a great start,
No,
Gov.
it's not a
Hopefully
good
you can bounce
start.
back.
So next year, we're going above and beyond, yes?
Yeah, mate, 100%. He's going to be the vampire.
Yeah, the vampire
He's
clown.
going to be the vampire clown for sure.
Just got to find a book that's got a vampire clown in it. and
Well,
on
I'll
it
write
goes.
one. I've got a year.
There we go. Exactly. We can make this happen.
Geez, we're back with Jeremy McGovern. Nathan's
Yes.
just showing me something on the
A very
on the net at
committed
the
Mad
moment.
Monday. Just
Yeah, I
put-
know. Geez,
There's a
people-
Mad Monday story going out about Glen Waverley Football Club and something that
Google it.
I dare that happened that Gov was saying happens all the time. No.
A bet's a bet is what Gus said.
yeah, that's right. $20 is $20.
Anyway,
so we know what it's like.
shocking.
Yes.
It is. Gov, it is that time of year for you guys in particular at the Eagles. I would have exit meetings done and dusted. Did it finish up on Wednesday?
Yeah, exit meetings. I think the last ones were Wednesday, yeah. So obviously got a fair few boys to roll through. So the coaches do it over a couple of days. But a few exits for the whole team, and obviously the year that we had, there wasn't much to review. I shouldn't laugh about it because we were pretty bad, but
How did yours
Yeah.
go for everybody out there?
mine was okay. It was just don't get injured, really.
Yeah, have stronger
yeah,
ribs.
right,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
That's
going
it.
to work on not getting injured.
KPI for next year is to get stronger ribs.
Yeah, exactly. I'll have to get rid of the Wheat Bix ribs and get back out there. But no, mine was fine. Like I said, just a bit of that, just trying to get my body back on the park. And then, obviously as a team, we got a fair bit to work on, a big off-season, a big pre-season. So, Yeah, I'm glad that the season's over. We can move on from it
And
now.
black
as a
tie
group.
tonight, Tom Barras night, obviously.
Yeah, TB. I'm be cheering for him. I reckon he
he's
should
home.
sell
There's
it
no
up,
one else
surely.
near him, surely.
I reckon Shannon Hearn will be
Yeah.
up there. He's always consistent, Bunga. Jack Redden maybe, but it's pretty hard to go past Tommy.
Yeah, you would think.
For sure.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting night, and hopefully I wish all those guys all the best. The one thing that we do know after having exit meetings is that there's a fair few people who will not be with the West Coast Eagles next year.
They're literal exit.
Do they know?
meetings.
Do they know who they are?
They would have
Not
been
yet.
told. Some of them would be told,
Yeah, I think some might
and then
have been
others
told.
are on ice, Nath. That's what.
Do you
or not
know
on ice.
who the-
Some-
do
they're
they
just
No,
think
inside.
we don't know yet. The boys have still got waffles, so they're playing this. They've still got 2 more games, so
Yeah.
I'd like to think I'm pretty sure the club's obviously.
And they don't tell them before the BNF. Obviously, they don't want to.
Yeah, I don't know who they've told. None of the boys have really said anything yet, but they normally leave it till everything's sort of done at the end of the
Is
year.
there not rumours of dead man walking?
Yeah,
Dead man walking.
yeah.
Dead
Yeah,
man
there
walking.
is.
Oh, there always is, and everyone sort of knows.
God, that'd be
Anybody put their house on the market in the last 3 days?
I don't know, actually. That's not a bad shot.
There you go. So we're going to get some bargains.
Make them an offer,
Build up
guys.
that
love-
portfolio.
What are you doing that, John Subiaco? Yeah, no, it's a horrible. It's such an interesting time because whilst there's some people who get paid really well, and then there's the
Yeah.
others who are just trying to make up the numbers. But 20% of the workforce almost lose their jobs every year,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
might never come back to it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
horrible.
That's quite a lot.
It's between sort of most clubs is 5 and 10 players.
Yeah.
And for other people, their job might just be a job, but these are people's dreams. This is like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, like
It's their
a
whole
lifelong
life,
dream,
yeah,
and
yeah.
for that to go, God, that'd be terrible.
It gets really matter of fact too because you've got to go through this exit meeting and they should go through this stuff, and next thing you know, you get passed on to like pastoral care, if you like, and then
Oh, yeah. It's like they called in the priest to do the
Yes.
last
And then
rites.
what do they do at the end? You hold a shower and they just stab it.
Yeah. And that's
Deflates.
symbolic of your dream.
Yeah, they burn your boots. They just burn your boots in the bin.
can you just make sure you bring your
Take
jumper
your,
back,
take your
please?
security pass.
We need to get it ready for
And then
next
they
season.
make you unstitch your number off the back of the jumper.
They do.
Here's a quick unpick. Go in that room, you got half an hour.
Good on you for knowing what a quick unpick is, by the way.
Is that what they call? A quick unpick.
Looking ahead at the finals now that we've got you, the first week of the finals, who are you expecting to be big winners this week?
Oh, I don't. I reckon it's so up in the air at the moment. I reckon there's so many teams who can actually win it. Obviously, Geelong and Melbourne look extremely strong, but I've always had a sneaky feeling about Richmond would come late, and they're in there now, and I reckon they're a massive chance. So, and Swans are playing well.
Yeah.
So anyone can win it, I think, at this stage. But
Come on, we want to hold you to something.
That's very
We're going to hold you to
non-committal.
something.
who's going to win it?
No, just give me the grand finalist.
Oh,
Whoever wins the grand final.
I'm going to
The
go.
two teams that
I'm
play.
going to go Richmond Geelong.
Ooh.
In the grand final. Well, I haven't even looked at the runs, see, and make sure they don't play each other and knock each
Is
other
that
out.
even
But I
possible?
reckon those two will. I'm going to go with Richmond still. I reckon they're a massive chance.
There
So what
you
does he
go.
know? He doesn't even know when his son's got book week on.
Yeah, don't take me word for it.
Shaun Sport in podcast form.
Time to catch up with our docker, Griffin Logue. We haven't had him in the studio for quite some time. It was a bit like Goldilocks this morning.
I tell you what.
He went in the wrong chair.
It was a dangerous move, wasn't it?
It was.
Griffin decided to sit in my chair, didn't you, Griffin?
Yeah, you got to know your place, don't you, when you come into here. So I'm sorry, mate, but
And then I was instructed.
instructed to lift me dead weight as well.
Dead weight, so
Yeah.
you went all...
So I Kevin Costner him.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, you did.
You did.
Lifted
Yeah,
him up
bodyguard
very
style.
easily. Like a bag of helium.
It was impressive,
He just
mate.
floated towards the sky.
Didn't expect you to be able to do it.
No wonder you were
sucking.
sucking on... The helium.
Stop, Sean, stop.
No, I just put him on a chair.
Griffin Logue. Here it is, back page of the West today.
Griff. Aye.
$500,000 man. And it says, I quote, that you are understood to be mulling over a $500,000 a year contract.
Why not?
Slow news day. Slow news
For-
day.
while waiting on indications from other clubs on your work.
Oh, Griffin, you're worth a lot of money.
Is this
I
why you're
reckon.
buying coffees for everyone this
Yeah, you
morning?
flashed the cash this morning.
I'm just a nice human, so people wanted a coffee, but nah, it's not really too true. The manager actually called me this morning, warned me about it, but look, still at this stage, we'll wait for the end of the year anyway.
So would you rather, I mean, I know the answer is yes, you'd rather 600,000?
Yeah, Yeah, double.
Yeah,
Okay,
Double.
why not?
so
Why
would you
not?
rather 500,000 and stay here and play for the Dockers, or 600,000 and go and play in Melbourne?
Oh, I probably want to stay. Yeah, to be honest. I mean, it's
700,000
yeah,
and
good
go to the
call,
Gold
Matt.
Coast.
pretty, not the Goldie. Jeez, it's too sunny. He's got
Too
enough sun.
sunny?
He's got enough sun. So
800,000 and go to Adelaide.
nah, couldn't do it.
400,000 here, and you get 2 Panthers.
2 Panthers.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
kind?
Like
Well, Black Panthers.
Black
yeah.
Panthers. Oh.
And one you have to call Nathan what?
Jeffrey.
The
other one
the
you
other
can
one you
name.
can
What's,
name. Yeah.
what's his Panther joke?
No,
That's what rich people do,
Rich
is
people
get
would have
Panthers.
Panthers.
Oh, right.
That's how we're going to know when Nathan's won Lotto, because he won't be able to resist buying a Panther.
Yeah, because like people just know I won't say a word, and I'll just walk in and I'll have like a panther on a leash, and then
Yeah.
Natalie and Shaun will straight away go Jeffrey.
Yeah. Nathan won Lotto.
Give us another one of those Panther sounds, would you?
Good Panther. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Well, you are the ultimate swingman. Like, you think about Mark Blixarves, who's made the All-Australian team, right? You're going to take his place in there. I can see it, because you play anywhere. You can play on... We haven't seen you play on the wing yet, and or in the middle of the ground, other than rucking. So is that the next...
No. Oh, not enough footy smarts, I reckon, to get up there. So,
What, the wings?
I'd love
Is
to.
the wing where smart people are?
Yeah, you got to know your roles and structures up there.
Okay,
I'm
where are you?
I'm more of a see ball, hit ball.
All right, you're around the Parsons
See ball, get
nose.
ball, kick ball. Yeah. The Parsons nose. You're the
That's on a roast chicken, if you know.
basically,
I
yeah.
haven't heard it.
No, it's a roast
It's the
chicken.
little
It's the
flap
arse of a
over that
chicken.
butt of a
All
chicken. Plays its role well, though.
A lot of people like to eat it.
Well, a lot of the old guys, they just go
Yeah.
for that. They just go for that and
Yeah.
just suck
Do you
on
eat it?
Nah.
That's true.
And that's why they're
Oh, yeah.
offering him $500,000.
How much of this is going over your head this morning?
Yeah, a lot. The Panthers and the chicken
Yeah.
ass.
You must have blacked out when
not
Nathan
bad.
lifted you
Yeah.
up. He lifted you up that quickly.
I've been dropped into another dimension now. I'm just sucking hard of me coffee just to try and wake up a bit. But a bit rattled. So cheers for that.
Right,
lot,
let me
it's a
throw a
lot.
footy question and bring you back to earth so you'll be
Righto.
able to go to the stock standard thing. How excited are you to play this game next Saturday?
Yeah, I can't wait.
Okay, we got
You
it.
take
got
it
it.
one
Well,
week
you're
at a
back.
time.
I'm back.
Here we go.
Yeah, I've obviously never played finals footy in AFL level. In my first year, we made the finals and won a grand final with the Waffle team. For us that were playing at that stage, and that was such a great experience. Let alone now, got a chance to do it in the AFL level. So there's a good buzz around the club, and it's been kind of buzzing throughout the whole year anyway. So.
Now, how's the body, though? Because you missed last week. You went all
You
the way
actually
over
lied
there.
to
and-
us.
Yeah.
Was that true?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
actually-
you
I
did. You
actually
said you were
didn't.
getting on the plane,
I
and that was true.
I travelled and was planning to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was laid out, so pulled up pretty sore for the captain's run, and then just didn't want to risk it. So, but I'm really good now.
Feeling good now?
Feel great.
Like,
yeah.
we're heading towards some historic games where they'll be on YouTube for a fair while and people will be watching them. Are we going to do anything with our hair? Anything different? Are we going to what do we play with any products in our hair?
Nah, El Natural. This is nice.
Well, it's a tight
nice
curl,
salt-
so I
yeah,
don't
it's
think
a
it'll go
very
too
tight
crazy.
Yeah, salty coat this morning. I'm actually fresh out of the water, so
Are you?
I could smell it as I was carrying you.
yeah. I could imagine.
Was it fresh in the water this morning?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice. It's been lovely lately. There's no wind, so it's.
What about
That's
seaweed,
nice.
though, around
No,
Leighton?
it's not too bad at the moment. Yeah.
You're scared
That's
of
one
seaweed?
thing that's really pissed me off.
What?
This kind of winter is how weedy it's been. Just like
How weedy? Is
So
that a
weedy.
term that the ocean people
Well,
use?
it is today.
Seaweedy,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's very
Today, yeah.
seaweedy. And
I do you ever talk to your friends about how weedy it is?
Some of my friends have been weedy, yeah.
You don't know, then they get hungry.
Call the pizza delivery guy.
Hey, so let's get back to your $500,000. So say if that is happening, I want to take it back to when you started making like football money, where you went, okay, this is exciting football money. Did you have a big purchase that you bought? Or did you always want to buy? When I get paid or when I'm doing this, I'm going to buy myself that.
Not really. Just a PlayStation. I think that was
That's the
that was
dream.
the biggest one. But it was off the back of a
So you got the 5?
It was a losing FIFA bet. So Tabs and I played on the PlayStation 4, and
Yeah.
loser had to buy a PlayStation for the house. So
Yeah, right.
Oh, right.
it was kind of it's a win-win because I
Got your eyes on it.
got a PlayStation, but
It was a lose
Have
win.
you got your eyes
Yeah.
on a vehicle? Like
nah, not
don't,
really.
don't have a dream vehicle?
No, I don't really care. Point A to point B for me.
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
I'm
me
not-
too.
I'm not
No
too-
jet ski?
Not yet, nah. Lobby's got a couple, so I can always use his. Everything that I need. I mean, all my mates have, so I can just go.
You're Shaun.
Smart. It's a smart
I've
move.
worked on this plan for a
You're
long
literally
time.
Shaun. Is that everyone at the Dockers, is it?
So,
You just align yourselves with people that have things that you're going to use.
so
Take
boat.
advantage of the
Whose boat do you use?
We was Lobbies for a bit, then he ended up selling it. So
That's
What about like a giant 100-inch screen TV or something like that? You play a lot of.
I played FIFA. Played FIFA against Tabs for that and beat him in that. So
he had to buy the
he bought
TV.
one for the house.
You know, he's got the biggest TV I've seen.
How many inches?
Your
though?
coach. He's got the
Longy.
biggest. I reckon he's got a 100-inch TV.
Really?
Yeah.
How many
It
inches
is-
do you have?
enough. enough to get the job done.
When I win a game, I get a bit more. I get a few more.
Plenty. I don't know. It's like 75-inch, I reckon.
That's big
75,
enough because you're in an
75
apartment.
around.
It's not like it's a
Yeah.
big open space.
You
is
don't
it?
need
No,
one. 100,
otherwise
100 inch is just stupid.
too big. Yeah, you
don't-
need a big
don't
room
it
for
that big.
100 inch.
Don't know what you're doing on there.
Okay, we'll have a chat to your coach. Here, get the measurements. I'm pretty sure it's up around the
Can't
100.
be
But from what
Mate,
you've told us,
100
Shaun, that's
mate.
in proportion.
100 inch is like 100 inch the size of the wall.
But I'm
That's
telling you,
big.
it is abnormal when you look at it.
So do you
Are we
reckon
still
that
talking
window,
about his TV?
that studio window, we reckon, would that
it
be
looks
about
like
100
that. It
then?
looks
Bigger
like
than
that.
that.
It's like this is huge. It's huge.
But that's average though, isn't it? Something like this size. That's just average.
A4 piece of paper.
It's average, isn't it, fellas? That's just normal, yeah. Just
bad
checking.
That's all right,
news for
halfway
you.
up your palm. That's average. There you go.
Now, Griff, let's get back to this big game. The Best and Bulldogs, the one thing they've got is experience in playing in big finals. Last year, they went from 5th to make it into the granny. Years before, we've seen they're the only team in modern history that have won it from 8th. They've still got a lot of those old chestnuts around. They're going to be dangerous. I know a lot of people, because people go, 5th, you're going to beat them.
Yeah, that's right.
But Marcus
5
Bontempelli-
V8, yeah.
Yeah, the
But
rest of
they've
them.
got finals experience.
I guess it doesn't really work that way, as we all know. I mean, it doesn't really matter about ladder position throughout the year, but finals is obviously completely different entirely with, as you said, with them coming from 8th to winning it the first time ever, and then last year what they did. We know they've got the cattle and they've got the experience, so that's something that they've got up on us. So, we've just got to bring it and make sure that we play our way and don't get kind of trapped into their brand where they flick it around and run around with it and run circles around us, and we blink and it's half time and they've got 100 points on the board.
The other thing that they do really well is play the underdog tag really well.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, I mean, ladder position's taking that aside, but I don't know if you should be that far ahead in terms of being the favourite for this game. How do you see viewing that situation?
Yeah, I guess like when you give yourself the underdog tag, you kind of give yourself the nothing to lose kind of model, and you just go out and do whatever, and that's why you see them kind of play so well every time. And I guess we can just see how we go, and it's exciting for the club and exciting for us. So win-win.
All right.
Okay, we better let you go. You've got some mulling over of your contract to do, according to the paper.
Beautiful.
Happy mulling.
Yeah, don't think you're going to get any renegotiations here.
We're notoriously hard.
That's right. Thanks, Griff.
Thanks, Griff.
Thank you.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.